or not to be buried? That is the question at hand. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. Before I get into this video, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the like button and subscribe. So ever since Gunther has been in the WWE, whether it was the NXT UK, NXT under Triple H, even NXT 2.0, and since he's been on the main roster, he has genuinely been protected by no matter who has been the person booking him. But we are in a very interesting spot with Gunther at the moment. Of course, he's coming off of that high-profile loss at WrestleMania to Jey Uso, where he tapped out. He's coming off of a victory at Backlash against Pat McAfee, and he is set up for another rematch against Jey Uso in a few weeks' time. And it's so funny now that when you think about what's going on right now, we like to throw around the term buried very loosely when it comes to talking about wrestling. Oh, this person lost, they're buried. This person's lost, they're buried. When it's not always necessarily the case, but he's in a very peculiar spot, right? Think about this. He's coming off of a match against Jey Uso, who isn't known to be Bret Hart in the ring. He's coming off a match with Pat McAfee, who also is not a particularly regular wrestler that we see on a weekly basis. We also have the rumor of a potential Goldberg match that will be happening any day soon, whether it's at the Saudi Arabia shows, SummerSlam, you know it's possibly down the pipeline. And when you put that out there and just lay it in front of you, right, that is a murderer's row of not very good in-ring performers, right? And it's just strange that he's getting these people thrown at him that is basically telling him to make chicken salad out of chicken shit, right? And he is a very talented in-ring wrestler. He is somebody who has shown throughout his career that he is able to work with anybody and have at least a decent match, right? But you're coming off of the match at WrestleMania, and you would assume that this rematch that he's going to have against Jey Uso that's coming up, he's going to lose, right? And it's just, where are we at this current moment when it comes to Gunther? Because I'm a little bit confused, because he's been presented as this badass throughout his run, but right now, coming off of these losses, and whether it's clean, very clean, like at WrestleMania where he tapped out, or we're going to get a roll-up or this false finish in a couple weeks, it's still going to be an L, right? We can agree that's going to be an L. And it's just like, where do we go after this? Because this is somebody who, him and Braun Breaker, in my opinion, are the two guys who, you remember AEW used to always mention the term pillars. These people are pillars, right? If WWE had pillars, those two guys are two of the main pillars that are going to be going forward with the company, in my eyes. When we get rid of the Roman Reignses and the Cody Rhodes and the John Cenas, when their runs are over, these are going to be the guys who are going to be taking the company into the future, right? So I don't know what is the current plan. And if it's going to continue down this lane, I personally don't like it, because this is somebody who has shown throughout that he's been able to put on these great matches. You know, when he lost to Cody Rhodes at the Saudi Arabia show, it wasn't that big of a deal to me, because it was a roll-up, it was a fluky win, and it was against the top babyface in the company, right? And even when he had that match at WrestleMania where he tapped out, I didn't think that was the best way to utilize Gunther, to where you were going to have him lose. But hey, that match was more so about making Jey Uso than it was protecting Gunther, which I understand, right? But you don't want to devalue somebody when they are at this point where they are potentially the next building block for the company, right? He's going to have to carry on and have these strong wins with these new opponents. I believe that potentially teasing a Logan Paul match, which we kind of got on Monday Night Raw as well, would be disastrous as well, because it's just setting up another name where it's just like, what are we doing with this guy, right? It feels as if it's a waste of time when you should be potentially building up for matches against guys like Cody Rhodes, a rematch, or Roman Reigns, even being somebody who could be one of the opponents for John Cena. I know prior to us getting that match at WrestleMania between him and Cody Rhodes, before The Rock stuck his big old bald head in the equation, there was the rumor that we were going to get John Cena versus Gunther, which I thought would have been cool. But obviously, you know, Big Baldy, screwed everything up, and we got what we got. But that's a potential matchup that we could potentially get right there as well, right? And I don't know what's going on. I think that the guy, I'm not a mind reader. I'm not somebody who is obviously in personal conversations with Gunther on a regular basis, but with these opponents that he's getting thrown and with the people that he's mixing up with the ring, I can't imagine that he is 100% satisfied with it, because he's somebody who has talked about it, even in his non-character interviews. He's talked about the traditionalism of wrestling, being somebody who really values, and respects the traditions of professional wrestling. He shows it in his character, but he also talks about it in his personal, opinions, that things are very sacred. And for him to be wrestling, Jey Uso, who, let's just be honest, right? You're never going to confuse him with Will Ospreay in the ring. And to wrestle Pat McAfee, who has shown that he's able to put on decent matches when he was mixing it up with Adam Cole at NXT, but isn't a weekly wrestler that we see on a regular basis. It's got to be a little bit frustrating, right? But let me know what you guys think in the comment section right now. Is WWE dropping the ball with Gunther at the moment? Do you think that I'm overreacting? Do you agree with me? Do you think that he's getting buried? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Please remember to like the video and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.